So I found this one-click method inside of Canva AI that's completely insane. I mean, with just one click, you can produce something that you can then sell to a small business recurring every single month. And the absolute insane part about this is it's so easy once you learn how to do it that you'll easily be able to scale this up and sell this to multiple clients every single month who are all going to pay you on a recurring basis. Now, of course, I can't promise you you're going to make any money with this, but what I will show you is exactly how I was able to do this with just one click. All right, so let's jump right into Canva, and I'm going to show you the problem that most small businesses face and how you're going to solve it for them. So let's say that you run a business that is a car wash and you want to create some social media posts about some sale that you're going to be running. So typically the way this would work is you would come in here and you would create an Instagram post. So there it is right there. You can come over here and search for a design to use as a template. So let's see if they have one for a car wash. Something like this. Here we go. And you can use this and then change up this font. So we can say Paul's Car Wash, biggest sale of the year. And then you can actually import some photos into this. So then what you would have to do is actually create a caption for this as well, the text that goes underneath the actual post. And you have to do that maybe 20 more times if you want to post something every single day for an entire month or almost an entire month. So luckily Canva makes this pretty easy to do, but you can see how this would take time. And the biggest problem with this is really the creativity burden that this creates. Because as a business owner, they just want to be responsible and they just want to be thinking about running their business. They have payroll, they have sales they have to make, they have customers they want to make happy. They don't want to have to worry about how to come into Canva, how to make these, how to come up with different titles for all of them, all the descriptions for all of them. They don't have time to worry about all of that. And that's where you can come in, because you can actually be a social media manager for these small businesses. So here's someone doing that exact thing on Fiverr. And if you look, they're charging $200. But what really is interesting about this is that they are charging $200 for just 12 designs in total. That's it. If you want their premium package where it's 24 designs, that's going to cost you $495. And if you look over here, you can see that she has over 600 reviews. And a lot of them, I guarantee you, are recurring clients. I mean, they come, they sign up, they're paying this every single month to get her to make these posts for them. But what's really interesting is that you can do this so fast and so easily using Canva AI. So jumping back into Canva, let's go ahead now and we'll click on the top left here where it says create. And this time we're not actually going to start with a post. We are going to start with a sheet. It should be the first one up here, sheet. And this is so underutilized. People don't understand how powerful sheets are in Canva. So we're going to start with a template. This one right here, it has a little like flower on it. So it looks like that. And then I'll click right here where it says customize this template. So anytime you're doing social media planning for any small business, you want to make sure that you have a content schedule like this. It really makes you look very professional. And as you're going to see in a minute, it really makes things go a lot faster. So what do we have here? Well, you can customize each column however you want. Quite honestly, I don't need most of them. So this first column, I don't need. This basically is if you have different campaigns, but generally small businesses won't. They just want to just put up content. So you can just right click it and click on delete column for anyone that you don't want. Again, market, I don't want as well. Basically the ones that I want are the schedule, the date that it's going to be uploaded, the channel. So if they're allowing you to post on multiple channels like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, all that stuff, you can have that in here as well. This one is the content type. Then we have the visuals and the copy, and then a bunch of other stuff like the status and whoever's responsible for it, but that just might be you. So the other column I want to add, I'm going to go ahead and add a column here. And for this one, I'm actually going to call this one text. And so in this column is where we're going to put the text that's actually going to appear on the post. And I'll show you in a minute how we're going to use that. I just wanted to get all the columns the way that I wanted them, which are all perfect. Let me show you how you can actually build all this out yourself in case the template you're using gets messed up or it doesn't include the things that you want. So let's say that one of these cells is empty, there's nothing in here. The most important button you want to remember is this one called Actions. And if you click on this, you can insert any of these little drop downs or date pickers that you want. So I can click right here where it says date, and then we have a date picker that we can easily use. I'm just going to clear that out. Or I can put in here a drop down right here, and you can either make a new drop down or you can use one of the ones that you already have inside of this template. So we have 3 here that are already being used, and I can go ahead and choose one of these, like this one. And I'll say that this is going to be used on TikTok, for instance. So very easy to do, very plug and play. Next, you want to put up here where it says media plan, the name of the business or what the business does. You really want both of them in here. So pretend we're doing this for a coffee company called the Daily Grind Coffee Shop. Now that's obviously too big, so I'm just going to make this a lot smaller. And I'm just going to fit this in here. Let's make it a bit smaller as well. And I'll just drag it in here. Okay. So now we can begin to use the magic that is Canva AI. So what I'm going to do is we have these 3 columns. These are the most important columns. And what we're going to do is we're going to delete everything in those columns so far. Just go ahead and delete so they are completely empty. Now what I can do is I'm going to add some copy here. So I'm going to select, let's say we want to make 10 of these. I'll select 10 of them like this. And this is the text that's going to appear underneath our Instagram post. It's what's going to be selling people, trying to encourage them to come into the coffee shop and actually drink some coffee and buy some stuff. So all I did was I selected all of those cells, and now I'm going to click on that magic action button, and I'm going to click on magic write. And I'm going to say to it, this prompt. I'll have it down below for you if you want it, but it basically says that I am creating these posts for a coffee company, create captions for them with relevant hashtags that are encouraging people to come in and use the coffee shop. So I just pasted that in there and I'll click on submit, and that just then inserted all the text into here. We have 10 of them, just took a matter of seconds to make that. But now we actually need a visual, right? We just don't want to have text, we need an actual post itself. And so for that, we're going to do the same thing, but for this visuals column. So I'm going to select all of these, the first 10 of them. I'll click on actions. I will click on magic write. And this time I will paste in a prompt that's going to tell it to look at this text and to create an image based on that text. Now, it's not actually going to make the image itself, but it's going to create a prompt for those images. And here it goes for me. It's making all of them. And then I'll click on insert. And then finally, we're going to do the same thing for the text. So I'm going to select all of these, going to click on actions, magic write. And this time I'm telling it to create a title for these that are based on the caption and on the actual visual. And then I'll click on insert. So then we have all of them in here. Pretty easy. So now we actually have to create the visuals because we can't just have the text for the visuals, we actually need to create them. So this does require a little bit more manual work, but as you see, I actually found a process that makes this go very, very quickly. So this is the way it works. You're just going to quickly copy down all of this text, copy it, then delete it so it's blank. Then click on the left here where it says Magic Media and paste in that prompt and click on Generate Images. Now, one key with this is that you will probably need the paid version of Canva for this to work, but you do get a 30-day trial of it, so you can get started with this completely for free. So once you see an image that you like, just go ahead and drag it in. Oops, drag it in like that. So there it is. And then we're going to do the same thing again. Copy this, paste it in here, generate again. Here we go. Then I'll go ahead and drag that in. Oops, let me delete that first. Drag that in. And then we'll just repeat that process over and over again for all 10 of them. All right, now we have all of the columns filled in. So these are the pictures that they'll use. This is a text that will be on the actual Instagram post. And this is a text that will be underneath it. But we don't have a template yet for our post. So we need to make that. So click on the bottom here to actually be able to have a grid view. And then we'll click on we'll click on this and we'll click on social media and then Instagram post. And then you can use any design that you want here on the left and create any template from it. So I really like this one. I'm going to use this one and plug it in. This one will not only allow us to use the images, but also allow us to use all the text as well. So what I will do is actually set up the template. So up here is where we're going to put the title. Actually, I'm just going to use this text. This will be the title, that column. This right here will be the photo. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete that one and leave it as that. And then right here will be the copy. So we'll do copy. And then I'll change this to at the Daily Grind, which is the name of the coffee shop. And if you want a link to www.thedailygrind.com or whatever, you can put that in there as well. So this is our template. So now we're going to return back to the sheet and we're actually going to set this all up. So what you want to do is select all of the columns and all of the rows that are going to become the different posts. So we have all of them selected. Now this is where the magic really happens. This is that one-click method I mentioned before. So go ahead and click on Actions, and you want to click where it says Bulk Create. We already have everything selected that we want, so go ahead and click on Continue. Then you want to select the one that we already are working on, which is right here. And you want to make sure that this is now showing up right here. So I'm going to click on where it says Title. I'm going to click Connect Data, and I'm going to put in here the text. Then I'm going to click this one. I'm going to click Connect Data, and I'll do the visuals. And then right here where it says Copy, I'll click on Connect Data and click on Copy. And now this is the one-click method. I'm going to click right here where it says Create Designs. And after just 1 second, we have all of the designs created. So we now have a new column here that actually has the designs. So this design right here uses all of this information that we've already created. So let's take a look at it. You can see it brought in the title, Morning Bliss Brewed Fresh. Here is the photo for it. And here is all the copy in here as well. And it did the same thing for every other post as well. And we can see exactly when it needs to be scheduled and uploaded as well. So once you have all these columns in place, you just click that inside of Bulk Create and you can have dozens of these made for you instantly. But we're not done yet because all of this is irrelevant if you don't have any clients that you are actually doing this for. But before we move on to that, if you're getting value out of this video, do me a quick favor and hit that like button. It really helps out the channel and also lets me know that you want more content like this and that you want more Canva content. Also make sure you subscribe because I'm always sharing methods like this that are actually working and actual ways to use Canva to make money online. Now, obviously the big question is, how do you actually find businesses to pay you to do this? Well, the beautiful thing about this system is that this works for literally any type of business, whether they're online or local businesses. But it's really easy to target small businesses because they're the ones who usually need the most help. So if you want to get into this, something you can do is join different meetup groups that have local entrepreneurs or small business owners. Go to those events and start networking with people. You could also reach out to people on Facebook business groups and really show them the value of this and how you can save them so much time and energy by creating all of this content for them. They don't have to know how you do it, and you can charge money for your service as well. The key is positioning this not as I'll make social media posts for you, but as I'll handle your entire social media strategy so you can focus on running your business. That's when businesses really see the value of this and are willing to pay premium prices for it. But of course, one client isn't going to be a ton of money. It's not going to allow you to quit your job. But what's great about this system is that it's very easy to scale up. Once you figure it out, it's very straightforward and you can do the same thing for dozens of clients. And once one client is happy with you, they're going to refer you to all their friends as well. So you'll easily be able to handle 5 to 10 clients all at the same time. So there you go. That's a complete guide on how you can use Canva's AI Magic Write tool to produce a ton of content for small and local businesses that you can then sell to them on a recurring basis. Now, we've only scratched the surface of what's possible with Canva AI. I'm still learning about it myself, and I will be updating you all as new tools come out and as I discover new ways to make money with Canva. So if that interests you, make sure you definitely subscribe to the channel. Then on the screen right now, I have another video I made recently that goes over 7 different ways that you can make money with Canva that are working right now. So if you want to check out that video for yourself, make sure to click on the video that's on the screen right now, and I'll see you over there in just 1 second. Bye for now.